Hello everyone, my name is Riley and this is going to be my playthrough of Pokemon Blue Kaizo. So for those who do not know, Pokemon Blue Kaizo is a ROM hack of Pokemon Blue that has been designed to make the game way harder. To begin, I'll just set the attack speed to fast and start a new game. I go ahead and do a cut right here to skip the beginning talking portion with Professor Oak. I then grab the free potion that is stored in your PC. I'm sure this will come in handy soon. Another cut here, and we're ready to choose my starter Pokemon. I decide to go for Bulbasaur because it should have a type advantage against the first two gym leaders. I decided not to give my Pokemon a nickname because I'll probably be using a lot of different Pokemon as I play through the game. Even though the game claims that our rival took the Charmander, you're gonna see in a minute how difficult this game is, as our rival starter Pokemon is the legendary Pokemon Mew. The battle begins, and I take a look at my moveset, realizing I have Toxic, which is the best poison move in the game because it will slowly increase with every turn of damage. I realize that this is gonna be hands down the best strategy for dealing with his Mew, as eventually it's gonna be able to heal itself soon. I don't know if it has the power to do so now though, because the AI decided to only use Pound through the entire battle. After using Toxic, I continuously use Vine Whip while the AI continuously uses Pound until the AI goes down. This was a very easy battle compared to how the rest of the game is gonna go. Continuing on, I will be doing one more skip. However, you will be seeing most of the travel time in between battles because there should be lots of new and difficult puzzles unique to Pokemon Kaizo to increase the game's difficulty even more. Talking to this person will give me another free potion. I then continue on to the next city. A personal challenge I have for myself through the run is to try to beat all gym leaders with a team of Pokemon lower level than their Pokemon. This should be really fun and add even more challenge to the game. This is mostly because Pokemon requires very little skill. It is all about knowledge and strategy, which is one of the reasons why Pokemon is still to this day one of my favorite games. I then know of one more free potion that we can get our hands on before progressing through any more. I then skip the next section because all I do is collect an item, return to Professor Oak, then return back to the same town and purchase some Pokeballs so that way I can start catching Pokemon. Because this game lets us buy Pokeballs for $10 a piece, I can buy pretty much unlimited Pokeballs throughout the entire run. I then go on a catching spree, and here are the Pokemon that I plan on using for the next rival battle. I put Akins in the lead spot, and then I start heading for the battle. My rival should have a level 9 Eevee and gotten his Mew up to level 7 for this fight, so having a team of 6 versus 2 should give me a major advantage. However, on the way I catch a Ditto. I'm not really sure why though, because Ditto's a pretty bad Pokemon and I'll probably never use him as I play through the game. And I'm ready to start the next battle now. I hope it's going to give me more of a challenge, but I highly doubt it, because it's going to be a 6 versus 2 battle. Beginning the fight with my Akins, I go for Glare. Akins' moveset right now is Wrap and Glare, which is extremely overpowered. The reason for this is Glare will paralyze the opponent, which will reduce their speed and make it so they can't attack from time to time, while Wrap will mobilize them for the amount of time that the attack goes on. This means they cannot attack me as long as I'm using Wrap, and if I go first than them, then they pretty much can get stun locked into Affinity while I beat them, even with the Pokemon half their level. However, my rival knows Sand Attack, which makes me miss, and I lose my Akins. However, I send out my Cubone, and then he trades out for his Mew. The only reason I chose Cubone for this battle is because Ground type should be resistant to Normal type, so Mew's Pound shouldn't be able to do much damage. Same goes with Eevee's Tackle. I believe these are the only attacking moves my rival knows right now. My rival's Mew then uses Soft Boil, This is the move that allows Mew to heal himself, and why we are going to need Toxic to beat Mew for most of the game. However, I worry that later in the game, my rival's going to get items that will allow him to heal the poison. If that happens, I'm going to need a new strategy for dealing with this Mew. I then switch to my Bulbasaur to try to Toxic the Mew as fast as possible. However, he switches to his Eevee, which is already paralyzed, so I cannot Toxic a Pokemon that already has a status ailment. I then switch to Nidoran Male, which knows Double Kick, which should be super effective against Eevee. Eevee tries to Sand Attack me, but it doesn't work, and I take the Eevee out in only 3 turns. On the final turn, Eevee got paralyzed, which is what won me the battle. This was a luck-based victory, but luck also does play a pretty big factor in these types of games anyway. Because Bulbasaur was out before taking out the Eevee, the XP was shared between Nidoran Male and Bulbasaur. This made them both level up to 7 right away. Now, the only thing that's left to deal with is my rival's Mew, and I still have 5 Pokemon to do so. I stay in with Nidoran Male because just like Bulbasaur, he knows Toxic. However, he uses Thunder Wave on me, which is guaranteed to paralyze, but I get the Toxic off, which is good. Because I still have 5 Pokemon, it is highly unlikely that the Mew will be able to take my entire team out before succumbing to the Toxic's power. And this battle is basically won already. It's just a matter of time before the Mew goes down, even if he does heal himself repeatedly. My Nidoran Male goes down, and I decide to go for my Cubone next. This is because he's already damaged, and his ground typing will resist the Mew's Thunder Wave, which Mew tries to use right away, wasting another turn. As the battle continues on, Mew tries to heal himself. However, we'll see how useless this heal is, as immediately he takes almost as much damage as he healed. On the next turn, Mew gets a critical hit, which does major damage. However, the poison is starting to stack up, and he's already down to half health. Mew tries to Thunder Wave again, which is again useless and wastes another turn. The Mew is practically dead already. And next turn, Mew tries Thunder Waving again, which is utterly useless. In case you're wondering why the AI is so stupid, it's because the AI will randomly choose their moves, regardless of what they do. The AI doesn't really know what he's doing, which is pretty much the only advantage you have over them. That battle still went pretty easy, however, I did still have a 6v2 advantage, and luck was also on my side. It's really not much of a chance when all that's going against you, and you're as smart as the AI is, which is not very. Moving forward here, I gotta go a roundabout way just to get back to the city because of the way the map is set up in this game. In case anyone wondered why the game's doing that, I have a button that makes the game go at 16 times normal speed. This makes it harder to control, however, it lets me breeze through parts that would otherwise be very slow and tedious to watch. Heading up here, and I find another patch of grass. I don't really look much for new Pokemon here. However, the new Pokemon I do encounter, I catch as I play through. This is because, again, I don't know which Pokemon I'm going to need as I play through the game. I guess right now would be a good time to talk about things I know that have changed from this game. To anyone who's played Pokemon Blue or Red before, they probably realize that the map layout is completely different than what it was then. There are roundabout ways taking you back to just where you came from, and there are a lot tighter corners and all sorts of different things like that. I think this is the developer's way of making things like the 16 times speed up button more punishing, as you won't be able to just breeze through the game as easily, with there being so many one square sized holes to walk through. Also, all gym leaders' teams should be changed around, and while I know it's all the way at the end of the game, from descriptions I've read, apparently In-game Pokemon reach higher than level 100, which is something you will not possibly be able to do. I find a rare candy right up here. However, because of the speed up button, it goes by too fast, and I have to check my inventory just to see what I found. I decide not to use the rare candy right now, as it'll probably help me get past the grinding section when I'm trying to train for Brock, the first gym leader. For those who do not know, rare candies are very unique items, as they force your Pokemon to level up. However, smart players know that there are rules when using rare candies, such as never use it when your Pokemon's just about to grow a level, and try to use it when your Pokemon's fainted and you're far away from a Pokemon Center. This is because it can act as a revive as well as a level up item. Heading into the forest here, the entire area is covered in grass, which is gonna make traversing this area way harder. Also, there's a bunch of dead ends. It's really annoying to get through here, and it's just the start of the game. Because I'm going through catching all the Pokemon that I can, I end up having a weakened team by the time I get to the first trainer battle. This is going to cause problems. In case anyone's wondering why the screen is flashing like that, when you're poisoned and you walk around outside of battle, the Pokemon that is poisoned slowly takes damage. You see here that Squirtle faints because of his poison. This can become extremely dangerous later in the game, as Pokemon that I use to win battles can be defeated before I even get to the next battles, all because of the poison. Here, I thought this guy was going to be a trainer to battle. However, he just says some random things, so I tried avoiding him at first for nothing, then went back to talk to him for also nothing. I decide to go for my Cubone first. I'm not really sure why I do this, but it seems like the best idea, considering how I don't know what any of his Pokemon are yet, but I'm assuming they're all going to be bug Pokemon because of the area we're in. He sends out a Weedle, which has extremely low stats for most Pokemon, so Weedle goes down really easily. However, the one scary thing that Weedle can do actually happens, and he poisons my Cubone. I'm probably going to lose another Pokemon to the poison now because of this thing. Going forward, we see he only has 2 Pokemon, and the second one is a Caterpie, which is even weaker than Weedle because it doesn't have any poison moves like Weedle does. I beat this trainer with no issues whatsoever. Honestly, this is a pretty basic trainer. Hopefully the next one will give me more of a challenge. I check my money now to see how much I have. However, I decided not to go back because I wasn't certain if the first marked sold potions or not. Good thing I didn't, because I checked later and the first mark does not sell potions. Coming up to the second bug catcher, he starts with a Kakuna. This is the evolved form of Weedle, so it's scarier but not that much scarier. This Kakuna knows Harden, This will increase his defense. This is a problem because both of Cubone's moves are physical, and will do less damage now because of this Harden. Because it keeps using Harden, and the poison slowly takes away, my Cubone ends up going down before we can even defeat this Kakuna, but I still have 2 more Pokemon. I decide to use the Nidoran male next. Because of his poison typing, Kakuna's not going to be able to poison him using Poison Sting, because you cannot poison a poison type Pokemon. In future Pokemon games, you can poison a poison type Pokemon. However, in this game, you cannot inflict a status ailment on a Pokemon of the same type, meaning you can't paralyze an electric Pokemon, you can't poison a poison type Pokemon, and other things like that. Next out is a Venonat. This is scary because it has a psychic move, Psybeam, which is super effective against the 2 Pokemon left on my team. However, Venonat is a bug type Pokemon, which means it has a weakness to fire type Pokemon, so I have a very obvious strategy to deal with it as I come back. Poison types are weak to psychic types. This is why both the Pokemon I have are weak to Venonat's Psybeam right now. The unlucky paralysis plus the low damage I do ensures that there's no way I'm winning it when I see the amount of damage that the Venonat does. I take a look to see how much money I lost. You lose about half the money every time your team goes down, which is pretty punishing. However, there's going to be an extremely basic strategy to deal with this later. Honestly, the game developer should not have put me out this early in the game. In case you're wondering why is that, it's because Meowth is a special Pokemon that can learn Payday. Payday is a move that you can use to gain more money in the game. All you have to do is train your Meowth to a high enough level to learn Payday, and then technically you have access to infinite money, as long as you're willing to invest the time. Back at the trainer that defeated me, and I have a level 8 Charmander this time. Because bug Pokemon have a weakness to fire type Pokemon, there's really no way this bug type trainer, or any other bug type trainer in this place, is gonna stand a chance to me anymore. After taking out their Kakuna, my Charmander grows to level 9 and learns the move Bite. This isn't really gonna help though. Next out is the Venonat that took us down. We use Ember and it uses Toxic, so we're gonna have to end this battle quickly. I don't think I have an antidote on me right now either, but luckily I find one soon, so I can heal the poison right away. However, this didn't really matter too much, because if I just waited until the Charmander fainted and then used the rare candy on him, it would have brought him back without the poison. So either way, I had a way to get through this place. Next out is Paris, and I pretty much know I've won the battle right here. Paris goes down in one hit because it just has terrible stats, even for a bug Pokemon. It's almost as bad as Caterpie and Weedle actually. However, Caterpie and Weedle can evolve to their final form fairly early on, so this does give them a bonus. Paris does not get this advantage, however. Honestly, I think Paris is one of the weakest Pokemon in the entire game. Going forward, and it seems like I hit every single dead end that I can possibly hit. Luckily, the speed up button makes this a lot less tedious though. However, the tight corners and small gaps you can get caught in make the speed up button hard to use, so I can't have it on all the time. I find an antidote and I immediately use it to heal up the Charmander. This way I can save the rare candy for a little bit later. Heading forward, I really don't have a lot to say. I'm just traveling through the forest, trying to figure out where to go, and trying to avoid all these stupid wild encounters. There's no Pokemon in here that I don't already have. At least I think so. And if I don't already have them, then it's not a big deal because none of them are that good anyway. I just keep running into these encounters. I really hope that the game lets me buy repels at the next Pokemart. I also heard that this game has reduced the price of repels in the game. This is gonna make traveling a lot quicker. I hope it's true. Like I said, I really don't have too much to say here. I find another potion right here, but that doesn't really matter because I have Meowth. Well, it doesn't know Payday yet. I can buy potions at the next town, so all I gotta do is train my Meowth to learn Payday, and then I have infinite access to all the healing items in the world. This is why having infinite money so early on is kind of broken. If Brock is too hard, I can just potion cheese my way to victory with Toxic. You can also argue the point that because the Pokemon so early in game are so low leveled, that you can just over level to be insanely higher than the gym leader's Pokemon, which is another easy way to get through the early game in Pokemon games. This is why I'm happy that the end game is going to have Pokemon higher than you can even level up your Pokemon to. It only seems fair in a game when the AI is as dumb as they are in this game. The trainer I'm up against now has a Butterfree, which is a final form evolution Pokemon, so it should have better stats than my first form evolution Pokemon, and it knows Psybeam, so it's kind of even scarier than that Venonat. However, again, Charmander's a fire type Pokemon, and I'm super effective with my Ember, so the Butterfree still goes down in just a couple of hits, leaving no real concern. I do, however, need to use some potions to make sure my Charmander doesn't go down. While getting paralyzed in this battle was annoying, it didn't really change the outcome of the battle because of the fire type advantage and all the potions I had. As I beat the Butterfree, I grow to level 12. However, Charmander's gonna be put away after this battle because I won't need him for the next gym. Fire types are not good against rock Pokemon, which is what the next gym leader is. Going forward, we have no more major battles in this episode. As it's reaching the max length of episode time, I would like to make these videos. This is gonna complete my very first episode that I've ever put on YouTube. I hope it went well and that you enjoyed. For the last bit of this episode, you're just gonna see me getting to the next city. I'll then mess around with my Pokemon and start deciding the team that I'm gonna use against Brock, even though I have no idea which Pokemon he's gonna use or what their levels are gonna be. So this is going to be a fun guessing game right now. However, I don't really have anything left to say in this video. Hope you enjoy the last little bit of it, and I hope to see you again next time. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. While I was deciding which Pokemon to use for Brock, I decided to take my Meowth out and train it a little bit. I know I kind of already did an outro, but I figured if you're still watching, then you're probably going to be wondering what's happening. I tried training Meowth up to get payday, but I end up giving it up before we get through, and I decide to try to take on the first gym leader with a low-level team. You'll be able to see the full team I decide to use against Brock, and the levels I'll be using in the next episode. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Bye!